Hey guys, what's up? Well, I'll get around the roasted beans here. Yep, all 7, 8 of these bags are filled. Well, 6.5 bags are filled with roasted beans. That'll be a video for next fall, winter when we get around to doing that again. Okay, so we're back here at our wood chipper. And you guys have probably mostly seen how we put sharpened blades and a whole lot of new bolts on it. Okay, so after I finished that up, I found this little problem down here. See that kind of shiny metal? Now, the vibration after the blades came out cracked the flange for the bearing down there. And Brad and I were fairly certain that there was some play in the big rotor here. So we're going to put new bearings on front and back. Needless to say, since we're going to take this apart to put a new flange down here, we're going to be putting a new bearing on the front because it's apart. So we're going to put 2 new bearings. I'm almost thinking our blade problem wasn't because the bolts rattled loose, but because there was enough play in the flywheel side to side that we hit, that it was able, with the play, it shifted, hit the anvil, broke the blade off, and blah, blah, blah. So to start with this project, we gotta take the hydraulic pump off down here to get the belts loose.
Yeah, 7 there.
Yeah, 7/16. And we need to work on getting the idler pulley loose. For that, you stretch that.
Did I stretch that?
Well, need a new spring now, but yes, you stretch that. Now we've got 2 pulleys and that thing. It's the speed sensor. If this had all the electronics on it, that's the speed sensor. I don't know, disc. Okay, now we can see it really well. And of course, I'm moving a lot. But I'm essentially lifting up the back bearing. Or it could be, well, that's also loose right there.
Yeah.
Because the flange is broke. That's what the problem is mostly. Oh, if only that would come off nicely. Cleared some of the rust off. About out of gear puller. Come on. You're all but there. I'm out of gear puller. Kind of see that's supposed to split down there.
Yeah. That's...
Yeah, these bolts came out practically by hand. Didn't really need the ratchet. I just thought there were 2 sets of holes. You can use more bolts to hold it together.
Yeah. For popping it apart.
Another piece that's broken but not ready, it hasn't fallen out, but it's cracked loose.
See if it's doing anything back there.
It's very hard to tell because it sits over the little speed sensor disc. Well, I missed the best part. Pulley, I mean popped. By popped, I mean it came shooting out of there. Yeah, it was kind of springy. Now I gotta get that little thing off. But it should come apart easier now because I got the split. I should gear pull that and there should be no problem. Now there is a little Allen wrench hole recessed, which we didn't do in the previous one. Kind of see the scratch marks that came out. Okay, well I'm being bad and sort of skipping a step here. Didn't take the Allen nut or the set screw out, or pulling the, oh, I don't even know what this is called. If somebody can give me an answer, it'd be fantastic. But the inner part of this pulley off, and it's right now it's like using a hot knife and butter, pulling the key, the other keyway are all sliding off the shaft very smoothly. Sorry for the terrible backlighting there. So I guess this is going smooth-ish. We gotta take the other pulley apart when we go to put it back together. And now that we can see in there, I can't believe how bad that is. The flange has got another big crack in it. I wish you guys could have seen that pulley pop off, but I'm not always good with the camera. I got work to do, not things to film. If I wanted to film things, I'd go to Hollywood. So this is going to be a lot of ratcheting here. I guess if I don't have to use the ratchet, I got plenty of radius out here. Yeah, we need to get this thing back together. We're having wonderful weather. It'd be great tree cutting weather. I mean, obviously we'd break a sweat now that it's in the upper 50s, almost 60s here at the end of February. But we finally got that big manure pile spread, and we can get in the barn to clean it out from the winter. We need to get in there so we can use the wood chips to bed them. But we don't have that many wood chips because this thing fell apart the last time we used it. Okay, we'll take you out, put you down here in the shield to lose, not to lose, hopefully. Gonna need like the opposite of a gear puller to put this thing back on. This is so smooth. Oh. Okay, it was so smooth. Well, I ran out of bolt on the gear puller. Yeah, well. Well, you guys get the idea what's going on. We'll catch on the next big move. Okay, well, we have the 4 bolts out on the front. And we're getting down through the lock ring there. That flange is obviously well beyond.
Will that back plate slide out of there?
No, I think no. That has to go over the shaft.
Okay.
It's not coming up. No, it's probably the one that's missing out of that set. I guarantee it. That's missing one, right?
Yep.
And that's the one we need. You know, they're all the same size and they all break off. Okay, so we're on the back side of the chipper now. And I've got a couple turns left on this bolt. See what's going on with this back side. Pull the little plastic cover off. Now what do we have? Well, some grease. From this angle, that flange looks okay, but we'll inspect it closer. Lock washer, it's nothing new, or lock ring for the bearing. And this funny thing, which looks like it's a way to give spacing or to maintain position on the rotor. So I got to keep track of that. That we have one hole beyond the edge of the little ring here. Okay, I'll get that off, keep moving down. I'm on the front side. Got all the bolts out. We're trying to get that lock ring loose. But once we get the 4 bolts out on the back, we can use our lovely come along yet again to pull the rotor out so we can easily access the flanges and the bearings to yank them out. Get some numbers and go find them through somebody other than the Woods dealer. Like, I don't know, Smythe or Napa. Or O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's is pretty good. We got a warehouse for O'Reilly's about an hour from us. They're good at getting bearings. They say they have tractor parts. You got to go in there with a part or a bearing number. Or like, it's mostly bearings. You can't go in there and get a steering arm. Like for the 6610. You're not going to walk into an O'Reilly and tell them you want this guy or this. They're all about filters and bearings. The most common things you're going to end up replacing. Or brakes. Or clutch parts. We went to the dealer for the TR's clutch parts. Okay, enough rambling. We'll get you back on some more action later.
Can you get on my inside one here? Here.
What? Oh. Oh.
So I can lock them together.
Yeah. Okay, so it's hard to see down there, but it's just a piece of threaded rod. There's no bolt. This is a nut right there at the end of my finger. And that way you can get it out, because they had to put their little plastic shield on the back. So, like, I mean, you obviously can't get a bolt threaded from the back side. And I guess that bearing doesn't slide that easily to put the bolts in and slide the bearing into it. How do we want to go?
Well, we got to get the bottom out of the shield.
Yeah, I guess. Or just get it high enough that we can work on this. Put some blocks in.
Take it up in a couple more ratchets.
I'm looking how far up we have to go and how far is left. Not that we can see that very well. Almost enough broken off this.
It'll fall off.
Not quite. It's still got it twisted out.
You know, if you get the right spot, it should twist out.
Yes, but I don't have enough broken out on the back.
Should be.
Oh, okay. Oh. I don't know what.
Ready?
Yep. Yeah, cracks all over.
Yeah.
Guess there's a number there.
Up here bearing.
Yeah, but I thought those were Chinese.
No.
They might have. They might be based out of Montana. A bearing puller of that, or
What are we saving?
I don't know. I guess we can just cut it off.
I'm gonna try to get a couple numbers off it.
Well, that's yes. That's
You can get the numbers off it right where it is.
yeah.
Oh, let me get the rag over there.
Oh, have a rag.
You got the other side to do too.
Yes. More bearing puller action. Bearings coming right off. Not sure if that's a lock collar or just someplace they had two little set screws to hold it. It's for how it's pulling off. It's probably not a lock collar. Nothing seems too jammed together. Yeah, I'll say that's 4 or 5 inches to go. It'll be here a while.